topic, it was basically me dating as a content creator and adult entertainer. But now we're gonna talk about just dating in general. Like I don't never spoken about just dating in general. So I'm just gonna touch base on that. And I say that because um when it comes to dating, right? First of all, dating is an umbrella. And you can date women, you can date men, you can date both, you can date whoever you feel like it at the end of the day. Whatever makes you happy and whatever you want to do is what you want to do, right? Sometimes people misconstrue dating and sexual activity. So here I am to kind of like break it down in what I feel, because this is July After Dark. This is my experience. This is how I feel about things. And, I'm always open to suggestions, criticism, and all of that. And this is why this conversation had came about because I know you guys seen when Shaquille O'Neal's ex-wife had posted that she felt like she wasn't in love with him, but she did love him. So I had commented on a friend's post because his caption to the, you know, the article was, "Oh, this is why you can't give females everything because after all them years, how you're not in love with him." Like, I get that, right? Oh, well, this is what he said. How do you feel? How can you sit here and say that after all the things he's done for you, and say that he does and you don't love him? But she said that she wasn't in love. So I commented on it because I wanted to, touch base on it. And I had touched base on it because it's a difference with loving someone and being in love with someone. But before we even get there, right? Um, like I was saying before, dating is an umbrella. You can date who you want and you can date how you want. Are you respectful about it? Does the other person know how you're going about it? Is another part of the umbrella. That's communication. If you're not communicating what you want and how you want it from that person or just in general, then dating anybody is pointless because you're dating for a purpose. And I mean, I hope you're dating for a purpose. um so once you sit here, right, and you have these conversations with people and they're like, okay, I like this, I enjoy what you're giving me. Now you move on from there. Communication and honesty and comprehension all come together. You communicate, you comprehend, and you're being honest with your emotions. Some people don't know how to do that. Some people don't know how to comprehend. It's either out of those three, people lack one. More times than others, people lack one of the three that I just mentioned. So if you can't communicate, but you feel like you're comprehending and you're being honest, it doesn't mean that all bulletins are being hit. You know what I mean? Because you're still missing that little communication bulletin to be checked off. Now, if you're communicating and you're being honest, but you're not understanding what I'm saying, now you're not comprehending what I'm saying. So now that's another bulletin that's not being hit. Now, if you're communicating and and comprehending what I'm saying, but you're not being honest, then that's a whole nother bulletin that's not being hit. So it's all comes together and it's all like one sandwich. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go back and touch base on what she had said. I don't think that she was never in love with this man. I don't think that she never loved him. Obviously, after some times and some years you spend with somebody, you eventually find solace in yourself and peace within yourself that maybe that other person really didn't bring you. That doesn't make them a bad person. And that doesn't make you less of a woman or a man to feel like, okay, well, I didn't get what I want from this person, so I don't love them. No, you just happen to find a different type of love that you weren't used to. And now that love just feels better for you. That love is more comfortable for you. That love is more conducive to the life that you're trying to live. So I don't think that it was a situation where she felt like she was never in love, I believe it was a situation, or who knows what it was. I also do believe it was a situation from my experience. You know, she just wasn't feeling the amount of love that he had gave her in the beginning after them 4 or 5 kids that she done had. You know, because every day you're learning somebody, every day you're evolving, every day you're becoming a better person. You're not going to be the same person you were 4, 5, 6 years ago. I hope not. So the love that he first gave her in the beginning may have been the love that she ain't never had. But then now she goes on, she has children, she finds her niche in life, she finds her endeavor, she finds her purpose, and now she feels like she just wants a little more. And it's okay if you're dealing with somebody and they're not able to give that to you. And that's the taboo part of dating. The taboo part of dating is trying to wanting to have somebody there, but understanding that they just might not be what you need 1000%. Are you willing to overlook the little bit of things that he may not do? Are you willing to overlook the little bit of things that she may not do? Are you willing to work with her to teach her how to love you and cherish you and value you? Because it's all a teaching and learning mechanism here. You date and you're in friendships and you're in relationships to give and take. I think we all need to understand that when you are in a relationship, it's not one-sided, and it shouldn't be 50-50. It should be 100-100. But sometimes it's not going to be 100-100. There's going to be times where you're lacking in some place. Did you pick the right person to pick up where you're lacking at? And that is that is one reason why a lot of relationships don't last. A lot of relationships don't last because they feel like their partner should have already known this about each other. Like already, like if you know that I'm bad with money management, why did you not help me? First of all, you're a grown ass person, you're a grown ass adult. I need you to try and maneuver some things on your own. And not everything is going to come easy. I get that completely. Are you willing to help and be patient, or are you going to sit here and belittle and judge me? This is when your better judgment comes in. This is where your good judgment comes in. And are you picking the right person to uplift you and pick up where you lack that? And I don't know the situation between her. I'm just speaking on what conversation I had with my friend. Just because you love someone doesn't mean that you need to be in love with them. I think people see this facade and they see these people on the internet and outside as if they don't have problems either. We all got problems. We all have issues. We all have things that we're dealing with that we don't speak on. Is it the other person's obligation or duties who is coming into our lives to fix that? No. You need to fix that or at least get it under control before you meet somebody, because now you're just going to give that person a hard time, and it's going to feel like being in a relationship is a job, not an enjoyment. So I just believe that if you're going to sit here and be in a relationship with somebody, um I'm not saying don't give your all, but give what's being given to you. Love as much as they're loving you, and trust as much as you know you can trust. Don't overdo it. Don't force yourself into a situation because you're lonely or feel like your time is running out. No, it's okay to date. You can date people. Why can't you date somebody, go out on a date with somebody, and not have sex with them? You don't have to have sex with them. You don't have to have a sexual relationship with the person you're dating. You're dating them. You're getting to know them. What law does it say that you have to sleep with the person you're dating? You can date someone, and honestly, people do it. I'm not sitting here and saying it's okay, but I'm saying people date and still have sex with other people, because the sex I'm having with this other person is not going to be the same sex I'm having with the person I'm dating. And that's what people fail to realize. And I have to say this. And in the beginning of my podcast, I said this. Listen, I'm going to say things that I know people need to hear because other people are not going to say it. People do it. People date, right? Like I said, people date and they have sex with other people. Women, a lot of women and a lot of men too, they date and they date and they want you know, a man to do it all. But they're sitting here having sexual relations with somebody else. Now that comes back to your better judgment. If you know you're trying to date this person to sleep with them, that's something you communicate. Communication is key and comprehension is key. A woman cannot be upset if she sits here and says, "Oh, well, listen, I came outside because I wanted a meal." Okay. She was honest with you. And you let her know, well, I came outside because I wanted to give you a meal and I want to give you something else after that. Now, if she says she's not okay with that, then you don't have to take that woman out. She was honest with you. Why can't you be honest with her? Once you start putting everything out on Front Street, they have no choice to either respect it or keep it moving. It's just that simple. And it sounds crazy to say it that way, but that is really the reality of it. If you're not speaking on what you want, you're going to be sitting here in limbo, trying to figure it out or playing this mind game with somebody, and nobody got time for that. I know I don't. I know I don't got time for that.